Hi everyone, dear friends. Today, I woke up in a good mood. I want to go on a quest for adventure. I think it's going to be fun. Oh, it's Poor. It's open.
Hi, Rich. I got bored and had a great idea.
What's the idea, Poor?
Let's do a build challenge in Minecraft.
I like that idea, Poor. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Let's go.
But first, we have to say hi to our viewers.
Of course, Rich.
Hello everyone, dear friends. Today, we will build awesome buildings in Minecraft.
We'll have 3 rounds in total. And you write in the comments who did it better.
Are you ready, Poor?
Yes, Rich. Let's get started.
For the first round, I will need various terracotta blocks and wool. In the first round, I want to build a house in the form of a Herobrine's head. I think making it look like Herobrine's head will be really cool. Here we go. First, let's build a face. They say Herobrine is one of the most mysterious characters in Minecraft. He shows up in your world, watches from a distance, and sometimes even leaves creepy signs. Building a house shaped like his head is like adding a touch of mystery to our world. Let me finish the eyes. They're the spookiest. Perfect for those who like to scare their friends. How about this idea? They say he might appear in single-player worlds, especially if you do certain things. I haven't seen him myself, but plenty of players claim they have, or at least heard footsteps behind them. Have you ever noticed something strange in your world? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your stories. The build is almost done. I think I'm gonna get the first round. No mob in the game can come near a house like this. Done. It looks amazing. Let's move on to building the decorations. I did a dark oak floor and am in the process of adding lighting to my house. It's done. Now I'll put the door on. I'll make the bed and put the carpet on the floor. Now I'll hang the painting. I'll put up the bookshelf and the armor rack. Now I'll put the chest, the furnace, and the crafting table. All that's left is to put the armor on the stand. Done. This house looks beautiful. I wonder what Poor built.
For the first round, I decided to make Herobrine's face. While I'm building, let me share an interesting fact. According to legend, Herobrine is a spirit trapped in the Minecraft world, leaving behind strange builds, missing blocks, or tunnels that nobody built. Imagine if a face like this suddenly appeared in your world without you making it. I'd be pretty freaked out. I think it looks like a real Herobrine to me. That's great.
Wow, Poor, you really nailed it. This Herobrine face looks seriously cool. You put a lot of effort into it. Those white eyes, it feels like they're staring right at you, giving me chills.
Thanks, Rich. Let's see what you've built. Wow, Rich, that's beautiful. It's very realistic.
Thanks, Poor. Let's go to the second round. I thought about it and decided that I would use terracotta and more colored wool this round. For round 2, I'm going for a Herobrine statue, tall enough to see from a distance. Let's start building the legs. Ever seen statues like this on servers or single-player worlds? Some players believe that building a statue like this could summon Herobrine himself. Maybe it's just a myth, but it adds a spooky vibe. Would you want Herobrine to show up in your game? I'm very curious to see what Poor will build, but in the meantime, I need to finish my statue. While I'm building, I can't help but wonder, why do so many players believe in Herobrine? He's never been officially in the game, but his legend has lasted for years. This statue is a way to create that sense of Herobrine's presence, like he's really here watching over us. Now I'll have to make it 3-dimensional in the back. I'll keep his arms down at his sides, making his pose look calm but powerful. It reminds me of big statues in city squares that always inspire respect. I want him to look like a real monument to the legend of Minecraft. I'm choosing blocks that match well in color, so the statue looks natural. Just building the torso alone, you can already get a sense of how big this statue will be when it's done. Now I'm getting to the most important part, Herobrine's head. This is what really gives the statue its iconic look, and the details on the head will make it instantly recognizable. I'm starting with the basic shape, a cube, to match the classic Minecraft character style. A few final touches, and done. A full monument to Herobrine that now towers over everything around it. What do you think of the result? I think the statue looks great. I wonder what Poor built.
Alright, for round 2 I decided to build a Herobrine statue. I'm not as experienced as Rich, but I'll try to make something cool. Rich will probably make his perfectly symmetrical, but I like how mine is coming out. We often compete with him in things, and now I feel like I can win. I've almost completed the body, and will now move on to the head. I think my statue is turning out to look as much like a real Herobrine as possible. Rich and I were in a mine recently, and I thought I saw a Herobrine. I hope I thought I saw. The final touches are left and my statue will be finished. Well, I finally finished my Herobrine statue. Phew, that wasn't easy.
Wow, Poor, that's amazing. The Herobrine statue looks great, even though I know big builds like this aren't always the easiest for you.
Thank you, Rich. Now let's see what you've built. Wow, Rich, that statue is so huge, it's beautiful.
Thanks, Poor. In this round, I'll use a special command to quickly place my huge build. This Herobrine is very huge and detailed, with an incredibly detailed face. His eyes glow white, watching every move you make. But there's a twist. Herobrine appears to be undergoing a strange transformation. His body starts to break apart, and gradually, part of him morphs into the shape of an Enderman. I'm sure Poor will be shocked to see this statue. It was incredible. I wonder what Poor is doing now.
Well, it's finally my turn in the third round. I decided to combine two of the scariest creatures in Minecraft, the Creeper and Herobrine. It was a bold choice, and I had to think it through to make sure it looked right. First, I'm going to build the body of a creeper. I will use standard green blocks for this. To be honest, I don't like creepers. Recently, they blew up my house, which I had been building for days. Phew, I had to build it all over again. Rich usually helps me deal with them, and he's a real mob hunter. When it came to the head, that's where the real magic happened. I decided to make one half of the head normal, like a regular creeper, but the other half, that would be Herobrine's face. I also added some angular shapes to the neck and shoulders to make the transition between Creeper and Herobrine smooth but still noticeable. It seems like I achieved the destruction vibe that a Creeper should have, but with that terrifying presence of Herobrine that you just can't ignore. When I look at my work, I feel like I've created something unique. It looks like an ordinary Creeper ready to explode, but at the same time, there's this creepy, dark energy of Herobrine mixed in. It turned out great. I'm happy with myself.
Wow, Poor. That's a pretty cool build you got there. At first glance, it's just an ordinary creeper, but once I start looking closely, I immediately notice that there's something special here. Half of the head is straight up Herobrine. It's beautiful.
Thanks, Rich. Let's see what you've built. Wow, Rich. That statue is so huge I can't even see the top. It's really cool.
Thanks, Poor.
It was fun today, Rich, but it's time to take a break.
You're right. We should go. Bye, Poor.
Bye, Rich. See you tomorrow.
Thanks for watching, friends. Subscribe and like. Don't forget to click on the bell not to miss new videos. Bye-bye. Hi everyone, dear friends. Today I woke up in a good mood. I want to go on a quest for adventure. I think it's going to be fun. Oh, it's Poor. It's open.
Hi, Rich. I got bored and had a great idea.
What's the idea, Poor?
Let's do a build challenge in Minecraft.
I like that idea, Poor. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Let's go.
But first, we have to say hi to our viewers.
Of course, Rich.
Hello everyone, dear friends. Today we will build awesome buildings in Minecraft.
We'll have 3 rounds in total. And you write in the comments who did it better.
Are you ready, Poor?
Yes, Rich. Let's get started.
In the first round, I'll be using oak wood and leaves. First, I need to make a tree that I can put a house on. I need to make a branch for the house to stand on. Now I'll add the leaves to make a real tree. Let's start building the house. Build a ladder so that you can easily climb into it. Remove some leaves to make room to build the house. Let's build the base of the house. You know, a tree house has always been a dream of mine. I remember when Poor and I used to make little shelters out of twigs when we were kids, but this is going to be so much cooler. I want the tree to be part of the house, not just the base of it. Let's finish the roof and put up sticks to keep the house from falling down. Let's do some home improvement. Let's add some windows, so there's a good view of the forest all around. Well, a few more decorative touches, and I think we'll be done. Honestly, it's a lot easier than I thought. Well, the house is ready. Let's see what we got. I think it turned out beautifully. I wonder what Poor is doing now.
All right, time to start working on my little hideaway. Okay, the trunk is done. Now let's work on the leaves. The main thing is to leave enough space inside for all the essential stuff. It'll be like a tiny but very functional base right in the tree canopy. Leaves aren't just decoration, they're protection. They hide the little house from prying eyes and make it blend in perfectly with the surroundings. Who would think that this tree looks normal from the outside, but inside it's a survival spot? It all fits into such a tiny space, but it doesn't feel cramped at all. Everything's within reach, it's super convenient. This turned out awesome. Minimal resources, maximum utility. A house like this is perfect for quickly setting up a base and staying safe.
Wow, Poor, this is brilliant. You took a small tree and turned it into the perfect survival base. This isn't just a tree house, it's a real hideout.
Thanks, Rich. Now let's see what you built. Wow, Rich, that's beautiful. That house must be very cozy.
Thanks, Poor. For the second round, I will need to grow a tropical tree using bone meal. I love working with tropical trees. They're so lively and colorful, especially with those big, lush leaves. Look how awesome this trunk is. It feels just like something you'd find in a real jungle. But the real challenge starts now. It's time to build the platforms. By the way, in Minecraft, tree houses aren't just awesome, they're practical. For example, mobs that can't climb will never reach you. It's a real advantage. You're always safe. That's why I made my platforms higher up to keep everything secure. Just imagine how cool it'd be to live in a treehouse in real life, waking up to birds singing, fresh air, and a view of the forest. Here in Minecraft, I'm building something like that. It may not be real, but imagination opens the door to any world. I've almost completed the first platform. It remains to add everything necessary for a comfortable game. I'm putting in a furnace and a chest. Now I'll put the bed. Now it's time to work on the second platform. I've decided this spot will be more creative and cozy. Let's start with the base. The platform needs to be spacious enough to fit everything. I'm using tropical wood planks. They fit the theme perfectly. Did you know tree houses aren't just fun to build? They're a part of human history. In some places, like Papua New Guinea, people still live in tree houses. It helps them avoid predators and stay safe from floods. Imagine carrying on a tradition where you live literally above the ground. The fence remains to be put up and the platform will be completed. I'll also add some decorative blocks along the edges to make it more interesting. Done. Those platforms on the tree look beautiful. I wonder what Poor did.
This time, I decided to use birch for my build. I've always liked its bright color. It makes everything feel cozy. I'm going to create a room inside the trunk, a hidden space to live in. I do remember one time Rich taught me how to build. Back then, I couldn't even make a simple dirt hut. And now look at me. Sure, I'm not as skilled as him, but I'm getting better. Now for the canopy. The leaves are my favorite part. They make the house feel alive, like a real tree. I think I'll add a lot of leaves to make it look more natural. Inside, I'm planning to keep things practical. A bed, a crafting table, maybe a chest for storage. This room will be my little hideout. And the great thing about birch, it's so sturdy. It's perfect for handling all kinds of adventures.
Wow, Poor, you really outdid yourself this round. Birch was such a great choice. It gives your house this bright, cozy vibe. And the idea of making a room inside the trunk, genius, it's so practical and unique.
Thanks, Rich. Now let's see what you built. Wow, that's amazing. This tree is so tall, no mob can get to you.
Thanks, Poor. In this round, I'll use a special command to quickly place my huge build. This tree is incredibly large. It has a whole base where you can survive with your friends. There is an automated farm in the foliage. It's very convenient. This treehouse is beautiful. I wonder what Poor built.
This time I'm going with dark oak. Its texture is so rich, and the color gives the build a strong, grounded look. I think this tree will be perfect for a big, sturdy house. First, I'll work on the trunk. It's going to be the foundation of my house. The trunk needs to be tall and thick enough to support the house at the top. I'm making it a bit wider so it looks stable. It's kind of like something out of a fairy tale, a giant tree hiding secrets inside. I'm excited to see how it turns out. Now onto the most important part, the house. It's going to be spacious with multiple rooms. I like the idea of making this more than just a shelter, a full-fledged living space. Maybe I'll include a bedroom, a small kitchen, and some storage. Ew, just reminiscing about the old days. There were times Rich teased me, like that one time I accidentally placed lava instead of a torch and burned down my house. But you know, Rich always helps me fix things. That's the kind of friends we are. We joke around, we laugh, but we've always got each other's backs. What's left to do is finish the roof and add windows. You know, I've always loved the idea of building tree houses. It reminds me of childhood dreams about adventures. Back when Rich and I were younger, we'd always imagine having a fortress up in the trees. And now, I'm making it real. Well, sort of. And done. The house turned out huge but still feels cozy.
Wow, Poor, this is seriously impressive. The dark oak house looks so solid and sturdy, like it's made by a real master builder. I love how you built that massive trunk. It's eye-catching and gives off such a reliable vibe.
Thanks, Rich. Now let's see what you built. Wow, Rich. This house is huge. I can't even see the top. It's unbelievable.
Thanks, Poor.
It was fun today, Rich. But it's time to take a break.
You're right. We should go. Bye, Poor.
Bye, Rich. See you tomorrow.
Thanks for watching, friends. Subscribe and like. Don't forget to click on the bell not to miss new videos. Bye-bye.